It's time to pull that uniform out of the closet because restaurant employment is back on the rise. Business might have been tough as of late, but if you're currently looking for a job as a server, you've got a buffet of options. All you need is a clear and concise resume that shows the restaurant manager you're someone they can trust. I'm Anna, a professional career writer here at Resume.io, and today, I'm at your service. I'm going to walk you through everything you need to create an excellent server resume, whether you're just starting out or ready to kick things up a notch. Let's get started. You know how the look of a restaurant tells you a lot about what you're going to eat there before you even walk through the door? It's the same with your resume layout. For a server position, you really don't need anything complicated, but it should still be attractive and professional. I'm going to pick Amsterdam because it's kind of elegant, like a menu of all your skills and experiences. So here we have our blank resume, and we can start by filling in the header, which is the first thing a hiring manager will look at when they see your resume. Make sure to double check everything in this section. And please, it doesn't matter if this is your first job, you still need a professional email address, first initial and last name, for example. Okay, our header looks great. Now it's time to tell the hiring manager about yourself. The summary, which is sometimes called the profile or the personal statement, is a short and concise story describing who you are as a professional. I know you're a server and it's good to be polite, but here we have to get to the point. Something like this should do the trick. This looks good, but I think it could still be improved. Descriptive language is key. Try to stay away from cliches like friendly. Attentive is a little more specific. That helps the hiring manager to really picture what type of server you are. You can also use the summary to define experience or achievements relevant to the new job you're applying to. I'm going to add a short phrase that specifies how the candidate worked at a big restaurant with over 100 tables. And finally, that they're bartender certified. If you feel like you're spinning too many plates trying to write this resume, then you can find this example in the link below. It's already filled in with these sample sentences, so you can modify them for your own experience. Speaking of experience, let's back up some of that summary with details of your employment history. With any job position, you want to first insert the job title, employer name, start and end dates, and location. Those are the basics. So now you can add a little more detail about your top accomplishments or responsibilities that match the job you're applying for. Keep these to several brief bullet points. Include details about the scope of your work, like the size of the restaurant, to help the restaurant manager see why you're the perfect fit in the team they're hiring for. And don't sell yourself short. Rather than a vague point about knowledge of menu, be specific. Memorized ingredients and allergens on a menu of 30 dishes sounds far more impressive because it uses an expressive action verb and properly credits you for your hard work. Let's add another employment example. If you're new to the serving game, don't worry. Pull out the skills you've acquired from any past summer jobs that would make you a great server. Patience from retail, resilience from mowing lawns in the summer heat, conflict resolution from babysitting the most unreasonable tiny customers. And finally, your most recent experience should always sit at the top of your server resume. On to education. Servers come from all sorts of backgrounds, so this section can be pretty flexible. I'm going to add a bachelor's degree in progress, which you could also do for high school if you're still a student. You can still add a couple of bullet points if you have any achievements that illustrate you're a hard worker or are directly related to the role you're applying for. Formal training isn't usually required for servers, but if you do have any certifications that contribute to your stellar serving skills, add them here. This next section gives you an opportunity to talk about any skills that you didn't mention in the rest of your server resume or that you want to reiterate. As a server, your job is incredibly varied, and there's more than you could possibly fit on a one-page resume. So look to the job description you're applying for and cherry-pick the skills you add based on what they're looking for. Remember to match your language with theirs. So I've already added a couple of skills here. Food safety is a hard skill, also known as a technical skill, while friendly and outgoing attitude is more of a soft skill. Soft skills describe your personality and the way you carry out a job. Both are important and worth mentioning, especially in a customer-facing role like this one. Efficient service will keep your customers from going hungry, but a friendly attitude will keep them coming back. I'm going to finish this off with a couple more hard skills: proficient in multiple point-of-sale systems, and finally, knowledge of wine. And that's it. You've just created a resume with all the key information that shows why you're the right fit for the job. But before you go, let me give you my top 5 tips to keep your resume extra sharp. Number 1, get to the point. Unless you've got decades of experience under your belt, it's best to keep your resume to just one page, at least when applying in the US or Canada. If you're overflowing with things to say, just adapt your resume for the specific situation by taking off certain bullet points when they're not relevant, for example. Number 2, spell check. I cannot stress this enough. Whether it's built into the resume builder or you have your grammar snob friend proofread it right before the deadline, please make sure there are no typos or other mistakes before you submit. And number 3, formatting counts. Make sure to balance the amount of white space and text so that the page is easy to read. And remember, a great looking resume will capture the hiring manager's attention and tell them you're serious about the position. Look for a template with a header that matches the tone of the company. And number 4, get specific. The job description is your personal cheat sheet. Look for duties and skills that are important to the employer and put them on your resume while being completely honest about your experience. And number 5, save it right. If you're emailing or printing, a PDF is the way to go because the formatting won't change between computers. But if you need to upload your resume to an online application, make sure to check if the employer prefers a Word doc. And that's all there is to it. You've got everything you need to write that job-winning resume. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for even more videos on making your application the best it can be. Now it's time to go out there and get that job.